Alright, so I'm creating an instructional video of how to put a tag on a 3D object with this Fort Wayne National Bank ruler. So we put it in a place that's a little bit more difficult to see so that people aren't looking at the tag when they're looking at the object itself. So I'm going to be putting it on the back, and then you put on the tag with acryloid, which comes in these little bottles, and there are a few different options for acryloid. There's this one, B67, which is a little thicker, and the B72, which is more thin. And for this, we're going to use the B72 because it's going to apply better here. It does not need very heavy duty equipment to put a tag on. I have the tag that I created earlier here, so you can take the tags off if you need to, but if you don't mess with them, they stay pretty firmly on. So I'm using this tissue paper because it applies thin. So as you can see here, I made a little tag just writing on the tissue paper with this micron pen. Here, let me get a better angle of it. And then I'm going to cut it out with some scissors, and then I'm going to show you how to actually apply it to the object. Now that I have my tag all cut out, we're ready to apply. So first you get just a preliminary coating. See, it's nice and thick, and that's what's going to stick the tissue paper to the object. So kind of pat it down, make sure there's no air bubbles underneath the tag. And you can see that it's going to be pretty much just like you wrote on the object itself. So now that that's dried a little bit, this stuff is pretty quick to dry. I'm going to take another coat and seal that bad boy to the ruler. So now it's almost as if you've laminated the tag onto the object. So we're gonna let that dry, and then once it dries, we'll put on a second coat, and then you'll put it in basically just an ordinary Ziploc bag. These are archival Ziploc bags, but as you can see, there's another label on the bag itself just to be easier to find when it is in storage. So that's pretty much it. It's very easy. It does not require a lot of effort or thinking, and you can do it very fast to multiple objects at a time. And it's by far, I think, the easiest way to label an object. I'd say even easier than writing it, because at least with this, if you mess up somehow, you can remove the label like I did with this one so I could make this video. So yeah.